Hello, welcome to Miles and Coffee. My name is Beverly, and I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for joining me for an abbreviated version of a coffee talk where I just share what's on my mind and what's on my heart, unscripted. So, cheers. Today is a lovely day right now. I probably don't need this on, but it's early in the morning, and I didn't know what the temperature would be. I want to say maybe right now it could be like 62. It will get up later today to about 78. So it's a beautiful, beautiful day in Oaxaca, right here in the valley. And as you can see, we're surrounded by mountains. So this city is built kind of like in the valley, literally surrounded by the mountains in the distance. And some people do live in the mountains. Speaking of mountains and where people live, I wanted to today make my uh, heartfelt sympathies and heartfelt prayers and thoughts. I'm sending them to California, right? Um, Watching the news, the guy is announcing that he's selling atole and tamales. So you'll hear that in because I'm outside. This is Mexico, so you'll hear that, and people sell vendors drive through the streets announcing what bread or whatever, or coffee or atole or churros. Okay, but anyway, I've been watching. I do live in Mexico now. I'm a resident here, but I do keep up with the news. Do I have family in the Los Angeles County? No, I have family in California, but not in Los Angeles County. I have family in Orange County. They're a little bit further south, and so, but I have been watching the effects of the horrific Santa Ana wind that is at 100 miles an hour, and that is what's driving those fires so fast. Where in the dry conditions, I think that they haven't had rain in Southern California since what, March? Almost a year. That creates extremely dry conditions. I know about that here. We will experience that later in, June and July and August, where we're um, really, really encouraged to conserve our water and be careful how we use it because of the dry conditions. And then later on in um, September, August, we get rain. But to have dry conditions and then with those winds that blow like that, um, if they pick up a spark, they can throw those sparks anywhere and cause these horrific, unprecedented, from what I'm hearing, fires. And it's devastating to hear the testimonies from those that are famous and those that are not so famous, everyday people that have lost everything. So I wanted to go on record and say I'm praying, my thoughts, because I'm following what's going on. And even though I live here, I follow the news, right? And I'm giving a shout out to our allies who are also watching and are taking a decision to help and to not just watch, but jump into action. And I've seen planes, so I'm giving a shout out. I'm to the authorities in Canada who have sent those wonderful planes. It's the first time I've ever seen planes that are designed, specially designed to scoop up the water from the ocean and then drive over the fire and dump water. And those planes, specially designed planes, came from Canada. Thank you, Canada. And last night I cried when I saw a post and read that the president of Mexico, President Claudia Sheinbaum, sent Um, I believe the Canadian planes were in the Palisades area, but Sheinbaum sent yesterday, last night, Mexican firefighters to the eastern area of LA County to fight the firefighters. And from my understanding, that is where more of the working class people are living. Yeah, I remember reading in the Oaxaca Imparcial or Imparcial Oaxaca, which is the local newspaper. One post that I saw said that the headline was Solidaridad sin fronteras, unity with no borders. And that's what made me cry because that is the attitude that the Mexican firefighters have been dispatched with, is that since we are allies, that is the attitude, or that is their rallying cry, and that's what their motivation is. There should be unity without borders because we're allies, we're on the same continent. So, again, shout out to Canada for sending resources and to Mexico for sending firefighters. And I just have such a reverence and respect because, in my opinion, firefighters are the epitome of true heroes who go in where angels fear to tread, right? They rush in where angels fear to tread with, just incredible courage and trepidation. And just with sometimes little regard for their own life, they're putting their bodies literally on the line, surrounded by all of that wind and heat and danger and fire. It's just incredibly frightening, terrifying, and dangerous. So let me know in the comments if you have been affected in some way. The only way I'm affected is by watching and just with sadness, realizing that this will change literally the landscape of Los Angeles and the memories that I have of times that I've gone and been able to enjoy that beautiful. I have a neighbor who lives a couple of blocks from me, actually, in my location. And she's originally from California. Matter of fact, I believe she went to visit family during the holiday. And when she came to visit on New Year, I shared some cake that I made with her. I ate cake every day. Don't judge me during the holiday. Um, I'm glad to be back to work, but I was glad to have that time off. This week it was tough for me to kind of get back in the swing of things. But when she came to visit, and we just sat on the terrace the first day of the year, swapping notes about what we like, what we dislike, the challenges of a new place and a new environment. She did mention that some of the trees and the floral aspects and the mountains in the distance. She said this reminds me of a part of California. And I thought, wow, that makes sense since California was at one time Mexico, right? So, yeah, there are some similarities and, of course, some differences. But I just remembered it and I thought, wow, that's very interesting. And I'm glad that she kind of feels at home because this reminds her of home. She's very young, by the way. But thank you for listening. Like I said, this is abbreviated. That's my only thought, is that I'm sharing that I've been watching these horrific events, and it just looks unreal. It looks like a nightmare. It looks, if this were a movie, it would almost be unbelievable. But it is, it's real. And just know that even from a distance, some of us are watching, and even though we can't do anything, we feel helpless. I'll try to look into later. If you know how I can donate and send something, it's okay if you leave a link, because I would like to, I feel like I'm contributing in some way, but I want it. I'll research and find an authentic, real way to do that without scams, okay? But anyway, enjoy the rest of your day. Take it one day at a time. Be safe wherever you are. Um, and we always say take it one day at a time. And my friends, we're sending you thoughts and prayers if you are in the path of those fires, or if you have family who has been affected by the fires in LA. Thank you.